But let's tell people you do have a book, and the book is called The Prepared Investor. It's going to be out fairly soon, so let's tell people about that.
Yes, yeah, it launches September the 29th. The Prepared Investor is a wonderful book that I have just been so blessed with how people who after being brought into the project have endorsed it, and in some cases have compared it to Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers, which, I mean, that was a special moment for me to hear that. But yes, it's coming out at the end of September, and the idea is that we can protect and even grow our net worth in the face of crisis. That right now we have a particular idea of what happens when crisis strikes. Wall Street looks at all crisis the same. Stay the course, hold on, this too shall pass. Every investor has heard that from Wall Street or heard that on the news. This is the one size fits all. And just like in Outliers, Gladwell says there's a bit more to success. Let's look at this from a different point of view. That's exactly what we're doing in the Prepared Investors. We're looking at crisis investing from a different point of view. Is there more than just the one size fits all? And there definitely is.
As each crisis is different. And I like that people can even right now, even though the book is not out, the nice thing, they can go to Amazon, pre-order the book, so that way when the time comes, it's ready to go, and they're like, oh, here's the book. So that's a nice thing. As far as writing a book in general, how long did it take to write this book, The Prepared Investor? And we're talking with Chris Manske with Manske Wealth Management. How long did it take, Chris?
Well, I'm a little embarrassed to say that it took almost a decade. I mean, it's so much research and hours and hours of my evenings, spent in, trying to craft the message. And, there was a few surprises in the research that, oh man, well, if this is the case, how we've got to talk about this, and we can't just spring it on a reader. We have to engage and teach. And so, what started out as kind of a simple, let's look at different crises and see if we can, offer some guidance to be prepared for crisis in general. It's become there are very clear patterns to the human reaction to crisis. And, once you understand what that pattern is, you really can use it to your advantage. So it's been almost a decade, Bill.
And it also it says as your book lends itself to saying, hey, we're going through a crisis right now. Then there's a break, and then there's going to be a crisis again somewhere along the line. So to me, this will be essential information for all of us to have. The Prepared Investor by Chris Manske.